It's breakfast time for the Lim family. With 3-year-old twins, it's not a relaxing meal for parents Leo and Kason, but beyond the usual stress parents have always faced, there's additional economic pressure. Rising food prices have forced this middle-income couple to cut out unnecessary costs, such as date nights at nice restaurants.
We are actually trying our best to just keep ourselves afloat.
Leo Lim says the family's food bill is up about 30% compared to a year ago. According to the Malaysia-based Education and Research Association for Consumers, in the past 3 months, milk prices have increased 20%. Some vegetables cost 4 to 5 times more. And in the past 6 months, the price of pork has gone up by 25%. For families like the Lims, it's taking a toll.
Most of us are struggling. Even the middle class are struggling. We are starting to feel the pinch.
They are hoping Malaysia's new Prime Minister, Anwar Ibrahim, can bring down food prices and kickstart the country's pandemic-battered economy.
They do have a lot of things to prove to the citizen, to the voters.
Dealing with economy is the most important task for Anwar Ibrahim, because for ordinary people on the street, whether their life get better or not is ultimately the first yardstick they're going to use to measure, to evaluate this government.
Political science professor Wong Chin Wat of Sunway University says he expects Anwar's administration to provide targeted subsidies for the country's poorest and income tax breaks for the middle class. To cover the costs, Wong says Anwar's administration will likely reintroduce a goods and services tax that was abolished in 2018, but the new rate will be lower than before.
Now, none of this would be enough to make people feel that life is very good, but what is important is they feel the government is with them. The government knows what to do.
Anwar's administration might soon be dealing with large-scale natural disasters. Malaysia is now in the monsoon season, and there are concerns about a repeat of the floods from almost a year ago that killed more than 50 people, displaced more than 120,000, and caused almost $1.5 billion in losses.
Well, if there's going to be another massive floods like what we have seen last year end, Anwar government is expected to deal with it swiftly, effectively, and to provide emergency response and relief to those needed. If he fails to do so, all the claim of his government's competence would be questioned severely.
So whether it's floods or the everyday needs of families, the new administration cannot afford to fail. Dave Grunebaum for VOA News, Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia.